It's shorter. I'm going to talk.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Mornings are hard. I was running late. I was running late again today. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Are we waiting for people to get here?
Yeah. Okay. See, this is what happens. People are used to us being late. Now we're early. And now we're going to have to wait. Oh, we could be knitting.
We could be knitting. No, but we can't knit on things we haven't seen yet.
I wanted to cast on new things.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have a cast on Palooza. See who can cast on the most number of things. And not just cast it on, you have to cast it on and like get at least like an inch or something like into it, right? Like it can't just be a cast on, it has to be like something.
I have way too many whips. That's how you do it before you start like a whip.
Okay.
Like a no cast on challenge. You cast on everything so that you have everything.
Okay, so then let's figure out some time to do not this year.
But you see you in 2025.
You did a no whips. Was it the beginning of January? Like for 100 days?
Yeah. I thought it was, and we discussed that I might do that after this is over. That's a silly idea. No whips, no cast-ons. After this is over, which I don't know what's gonna happen. I just do what I want. Let's be honest. I make up rules for myself and then break them. So
I just want to cast on other things.
Hi, everybody.
We go live every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at 11-ish.
At 11-ish. Today we're early. For the duration of the Hold Me Double KAL. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yay, let's have a cast on Palooza. April.
Yes,
be May. May can be a cast on Palooza.
Okay.
And then you can start your you can have your stupid not casting anything on. That's silly. And the rest of us will have a cast on Palooza.
Sure.
Who else is with me?
I could do that maybe because it's the opposite of what everybody else is doing. It might be appealing to me. My rebel side.
Is it because everyone else is doing it, you're not going to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
That's true. So do I, but I want to cast on all the things. May Mayhem just says for the cross stitchers. No, I can't do a cast on Palooza.
Because you have to embroider your shoes.
I almost brought them today. I forgot, but then I didn't, and then I kind of forgot. But I bought turquoise. They're not even this color turquoise. They're like
that's blowing it out.
But it's like a bright. They call it like electric turquoise or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
High top Converse to embroider. And I totally would have started them last night, even though I hadn't done anything all week. But I'm pretty sure all my floss is in the basement still because I haven't used it since I moved, which has been just over a year. Anyway, I guess we can give people a couple more minutes to like 11:02. What's everybody working on? Did you get lots of knitting done this past week?
I got tons of knitting done.
You're a liar.
I might be lying.
Unless, what time did you go to bed?
1:30.
What about 1? Yeah. I blame that. That's totally you. I'm tired today. It's your fault.
No, I was up late last night, and I slept in a little bit today.
That's good.
My son was late for school. He slept in.
Yeah. Oops.
Oopsie.
Well, whatever.
Hi, Trudy. Tons here. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. Ready?
Sure.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Jillian.
I'm Jolynn. And thanks for joining us for the Hold Me Double knit along.
Yeah, week 5. So I guess like last week I was thinking week 4, we were halfway through, but technically today would be halfway through.
Yeah.
It's the start of the second half. So I should be halfway done my sweater, but I'm not.
I should be halfway done my sweater, but I'm not. I'm actually close to halfway done. But
yeah,
anyway. Well, I don't know, because you probably worked on it all week, so I have to see where you're at.
I'm not really. But I guess for those of you who are tuning in and maybe don't know what the Holy Double KAL is, it's holding 2 strands of yarn, I guess, together throughout your whole project. So it could be sweaters, hats, socks,
anything,
any project, whips included. And yeah, so it started
February 22nd.
Yeah, that's right.
And it goes till April 22nd. And we're giving away prizes. We are doing this with Jess and Allison of Full Moon Fibers. They go live on Monday nights. And you can go over to our Ravelry group to enter your projects. So yeah, I'm having fun. I've always liked holding 2 yarns together. I like the effect it gives. I like being able to get different gauges, especially sock yarn. It's because I feel like a lot of knitters collect sock yarn from places.
Yeah.
A lot of hand dyeds done on sock yarn, and so I always have a huge stash of sock yarn. So it's fun to be able to get a different gauge and effect by holding it double. So I'm having fun. I could hold stuff double for most of my projects most of the time. I really like it. So yeah. So you want to show some stuff?
Okay. Well, I did not do too much work at all. By work, I mean knitting.
Yeah.
This is, I don't even know what this is. I didn't even think about that, Seth. This is the l'envelope, or however you say that. This way.
Does this mark where you were, or?
So there's a stitch marker somewhere.
This one, the camera.
Yeah, which is basically I was like 2 like short row kind of things away from being done the end. The last time I showed it. So yeah, it's basically this little bit here is how much I've done. I really did that Sunday night in the car, and then a little bit when I got home in the pitch black, and I don't see any mistakes. I think it is a little bit tighter. It's like
your gauge changed.
I think
while
my
you
gauge,
were in the car.
Yeah, because I was not looking, so I was like feeling for the stitches and the going a little bit slower. And it seemed to be tighter. I also wonder if my tension's different because it's non-superwash. I haven't done a lot of non-superwash, and it's not sliding through my fingers as much. Okay. I'm finding that it's like I usually put the yarn through my fingers twice when I'm knitting, but I'm finding that I have to just
relax a little bit. But you have a tighter gauge. Yeah, maybe.
I have to loosen it so that it's not so tight going on. I don't know if that's the yarn or if that could be the needles too, because I haven't used the wood needles. Anyway, I now have to do this for I think it's supposed to be 8 inches from once this short side gets to be 8 inches, then I move on to the next section. So it's an easy project to work on because I'll just garter stitch now. Yeah. So that's what I did some work on.
Is that all you've worked on all week?
No, I have. Okay. I think I have 4 projects, but I only worked on 2 of them.
I forget how many projects I had. How many projects did I have?
6 or something like that.
Yeah.
You cast off one, but you ended up casting on something, and then you had these ones. So I don't really know.
I think I brought it down to 6 and then cast on these. I think I'm back up to 7. I'll have to double check that, but this made very little progress over last week. They're so pretty. Neon socks held with mohair. I think I was only here last week, so I did a couple inches. Did a couple inches. I love them. Absolutely love them. The color is amazing.
I will take pictures. I know I said it last week, but I will do it as soon as
As soon
as we're done with
here.
this. I will take them and I will go right over to my photo thing and take photos of them so that we can see, so you guys can see it better than it being all blown out on the webcam, whatever this is called.
That's the only current whip I worked on.
It is not.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I did cast on.
Oh, okay.
Should I show it?
Yes, and then I have my.
Did you cast something new?
I almost did, but I didn't take yarn home. I wanted that turquoise yarn because I was gonna. Oh yeah! Oh my goodness!
Oh, it's the camera. Maybe we should switch to this camera. It didn't blow out as much.
I'm gonna see if I can. Don't mind all our other stuff all around.
In the way. Yeah, no, it doesn't cast. It doesn't blow it out as much. So I cast on. It's the love note, but I'm not doing the lace. And I'm not doing mohair. I'm doing.
I don't know how I forgot about this.
You actually forgot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not doing the lace and I'm not doing mohair. I'm doing fingering held to double. So it's the same color held on itself. And it's the Leon Roxy's Fuzzy Peach colorway. And I absolutely love it. I should have brought my shoes down.
I'm gonna go grab them.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab shoes.
Just in the office.
Yeah. I got a new pair of shoes and I decided that I needed a sweater to go with them. And so I cast this on. Yeah, and I separated for the sleeves at like 1 o'clock in the morning this morning. And then I went to bed. But yeah, I'm just the first row after separating for the sleeves. I absolutely love it. I think I need everything neon now. I don't even know. I absolutely love it.
Did you check it with your bag?
I did not check it with my bag. These are my new shoes. Oh my goodness gracious. I love them so much. So
That's so fun.
So it has this like neon coral in the sole, and I like as soon as they showed up, I ordered them online, and as soon as they showed up, I'm like, I need a sweater to go with them. And then I dyed yarn and started a sweater. Literally the day they showed up, I'm like, I need to go dye yarn before I go home. So yeah, so that's exciting. I'm super excited.
They're very pretty. Excited.
Yep, 2 shoes. I get 2. Something special. So yeah, so I cast this on Saturday night.
Pretty far.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick, like 6mm needles.
Yeah, that's true.
It goes pretty quick. So with the love note, you pick up and do the collar later. So that's why it's so wide here. I was almost going to pick it up last night just to see and finish that part. But I was saying when you were gone, I separated for the sleeves at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So then I decided to go to bed.
You didn't want to do a couple more rows just to get the sleeves in like good position?
That's what I would have starting. I was starting to fall asleep.
I was too. I was like, why am I so tired? And then when I stopped, because I like watched 2 movies last night. I was like, oh, because it's 1 o'clock. That's why I'm like,
yeah.
But I was whatever. I was trying to get a couple more rows in my thing done. Tammy asked how you would calculate yardage for skipping the lace part, like this lace work on it. What do you think?
I didn't do anything differently. I just assuming like if anything you're going to use less yardage. So so if you're tight for yarn and you want to see if you can manage it,
I can wear your sweater when we're done and see.
I don't know if it would be a great
no, because it's not gonna weigh compared to the
yeah.
Well, you'll know how much we can weigh your balls of yarn, right? That'll tell you.
Compared to without lace though, or without the lace weight.
I don't know.
Basically, I want to double the fingering that they called for in the original pattern because I'm going to hold it double the whole time. And then without the lace section, yeah, I'm going to use a little bit more yardage than the lace. But I didn't just because I just dyed the yarn and I have plenty. My two love notes, I might grab a scale and weigh them because I find the yardage that they give in the pattern to be generous. Both of the two that are my size used a full ball less. So I think the size I do calls for 3 balls and 3 balls, and both of the ones that I have done only used 2 and 2. That one's like 3 years old now, so I'm not sure if I'm remembering it correctly. I might go weigh them. Jess, who are the boots by? I tried to avoid saying that because I feel indulgent. It's Flu Vlog. I love them so much. They were on clearance, and this was the last boot in my size in this colorway. So I caved. They're my birthday present to myself, or one of my birthday presents to myself. We'll see what else happens.
And are you doing short sleeves?
I'm doing short sleeves, yeah.
I'm starting a movement.
You're starting a movement, yeah. Yeah, I want it for like the summer-ish. It is still held double, so it's, a DK weight and wool, but yeah, I want it for the spring and summer. So yeah, I'm gonna do short sleeves and match my boots. I almost wanted to do socks too. We'll see if I get to those.
Do you have a color, like your boots have like the neon, but they have a little bit darker in there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any colors like to do the ribbing in like this, like a bit darker?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Or holding it with something else, just to have that sort of matches the.
Now I want to go find yarn. Maybe some will come out when we open up my bags of yarn here to choose the colors. I thought about that. I thought about like maybe like a more pinky coral.
Yeah.
So don't pick this up yet is what you're saying until I decide on that in case I want to do the collar in the bottom.
You could even just do like the cast off in that. Or the last row and the cast off in it, so it's not the full collar and the full arm bands, or even if it was just the neck, or even the bottom, or the neck and the bottom.
Yeah.
Cast off parts that were just in the. Just like I like to make things more complicated.
No, I like that. I like it when it's just like literally like one row and it just adds that pop of color. Yeah. With the way they stripe, I could do the variegated and then maybe do like two different colors or something too. Yeah. Then it matches matches that stripe. Yes.
That would be fun.
So anyway, those are my new shoes and I'm super excited about them, and it made me dye yarn and start a sweater. So I think that's completely normal. Completely logical. I think I'll finish this fairly quickly because I'm excited about it. And it is a quick.
Yeah, you only have a couple inches to go, right?
Yeah, the cropped version says 5, which is never enough for me.
Yeah. So
I probably have to do 8 or 9 inches.
But that's pretty much what you've got there already, right?
This was 10 inches. 10 inches to splitting the sleeves, and that was Saturday evening, Sunday evening.
So you can be done by next weekend, next podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's your challenge for you.
Okay. I can do that. No, I won't do it. You know that now. Yes, Jess, I want to wear this to Knit City. That's exactly the goal. So I leave for Knit City on the 30th. Which it could come with me because the days of the the show are the 2nd and the 3rd. So get to Montreal on the 30th, and then we've got a couple days, 1 day of setup. So, but I'd like to have it done before I go. So yeah. Anyway, so that's all I've knit on. Done. I have a theme. Neon is the name of the game right now.
Yeah, I really want. You're making me want to cast on because your socks. You didn't work on your gray socks with the pink?
I didn't. They're here. I don't think I did any.
Because I love those too. I love the gray
No,
with
this
the
is
pink.
exactly where I was last week. And this will take no time either. I really thought I would end up picking it up. I wonder what these needles are for.
Are they 6mm needles? Are they a different length for the sweater?
I think they were for swatches.
Oh, we need, yeah. There's an empty.
Yeah. They're 5.5mm. Okay. Yeah, I was really hoping to finish these for this week. I would have liked to be able to say I had one less whip.
It's just the other sock's done, right?
The other sock's done, yeah. So that's, I don't know, at this gauge, an hour and a half or so to finish it.
So you could finish that one. There's no way you could finish that and your sweater by next week.
I'm not competitive. That doesn't work for me.
There's nothing works. You got to do it all here.
I'm much more oppositional than competitive, which I get is like the same thing. If you tell me I can't do it, then maybe, but still, I know what you're doing, so it doesn't work.
I tried. Katrina says, if you're anything like me at the rib at the hem takes as long or longer than the entire body.
Right? It does. It's because it's almost done and it's boring and it's rib. And I believe it's 1x1 rib. Ugh. Which I don't know why. I don't know why that's not my favorite thing to do, but it's just not.
I don't mind doing ribbing. Is it the purling that you don't like? Is that why people don't like ribbing?
Some people don't like purling. It doesn't bother me to purl. I don't. It's the back and forth. I don't know. And like for 1x1, it's back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. 2x2 is a little bit more, but don't give me an uneven rib. I do them all the time for different socks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
like a 3x1 or something like that, because then the rhythm isn't there. I'd rather do 1x1 than an odd number.
Ribbing for January's LRM sock club that we had was like, there was a method to it, but because it matched up with like the cables down at the bottom, and I thought I went to go do the cabling part or whatever the details, and my ribbing's wrong.
Oh no,
because it doesn't match up, because it's like 3, it's like 2 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. I don't know.
I love when they put that detail in it, when they like, especially like a sock or the cuff of a sweater, when there's a cable, when you change up the ribbing so that those knit stitches or those purl stitches match up with the cable so it flows together. I love that. But you're like, yeah, I don't want to do.
I thought I was trying to be so careful. I was like, yeah, I got it. And then like, no.
I don't want to do 2 inches of that to like get ready for it.
Yeah. But yeah, you could. Yeah. You could do 2x2 ribbing.
You refuse to do 1x1. I've definitely done 2x2 when it calls for 1x1 before, and you're right, I might do that for this one. Actually, in 2x2, it sucks in a little bit more. It might be nice in the crop for this one to be a little more fitted than just boxy. I like boxy as well, but we'll see when I get there. 9 more inches, and then I will decide. It might be 2x2. That sounds like fun. or hear me out, a rolled edge. Rolled edge.
That would actually be really pretty. Would you do the same for the top? Like, would you do an I-cord at the top and a rolled edge at the bottom?
So I don't know about the top, because you have to decrease. So you pick up and decrease at the top, because I can't just leave it the way it is. It's too wide.
But you could pick up and decrease and then do an I-cord
or something.
Because it just a rolled edge could be fine at the top too.
I'd have to see how much it's gonna roll, because I need to know before. For the bottom, like if it rolls it shouldn't roll too much. It usually just rolls until it touches.
Couldn't you do like one row of like knit purl or something like that, like 1x1 to like stop
stop it from rolling
going
further.
all the way.
Yeah, you could.
That would be pretty. Especially because it's not lace based, so it's not as like flowy as like stuff. So I think that would look cute actually.
What about the other color then? No, just skip another color.
Well, you could still do it in the other color.
Do the whole part that's gonna roll up.
Or do like
or stripe it, because then you see the reverse stockinette.
Yeah, like do a couple rows of it, so you've got just the, if you were going to do those two colors anywhere, however you were going to do it, then you just see a little bit of that on the other side. I always like the pearl, like the reverse side. Yeah, blends nicely when you do strips and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the little blips that it does. So that in this situation, I would like the little blips that it does. I might try that. We'll see.
Fine.
Which could involve me dyeing another color just to get a couple blips in the bottom of the sweater.
We can see what colors you have in your
I think
bag.
there's probably some around. We'll see. I brought more yarn. We still have this camera on. Don't look at my nails, guys.
I've been turning it on and off, and then you keep showing, like putting stuff, or we keep moving stuff out. I was like, all right, I'll just leave it on.
Remember when I got my nails done like 3 weeks ago? Now I have little specks of nail polish on my nails.
I'm going to show my sweater.
Oh, yeah, show your sweater.
And then I didn't get much work on it. I worked on it last night. Oh, I'm going to lose all my balls. Okay, I think I like holding things double and stuff like that, but I've had enough of this. You guys can't see it. All the strings, it's too much.
It's because you're changing. Like, it's the same with my gray one. You're leaving long ends, so you could do tails.
It wouldn't have been so bad, except I cast on this side, right? Like, I don't know why I had to start this side.
Yeah.
So I have yarn, and I didn't finish the section before I went back to this side.
So
I have
still
yarn.
Attached. This is still attached.
This is still attached. And then otherwise it wouldn't be so bad because then I have this stuff. So this way.
Are you surprised how
it's so like wonky, but it'll block out.
What's the word I want to use? Like beige it is? I don't think that's the right word. Like it's not as cream.
It's not as white and cream. There's a lot more, but I don't have a lot of the yarn with me.
The pile looked, when we were picking out all the yarns, it looked like it was like cream.
Yeah. With
textures, with like one or two. But every time you pull this out, it's a lot more beige than I was anticipating. I love it. It's just surprising. I was expecting it to be much less difference in the colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it a lot.
So I've started like the sleeve now, like officially the sleeve here. So there's only like one decrease now. We're not decreasing on both. I'm only decreasing here now for the remainder of the sleeve. So that's all. I think I did a couple more rows here, and then I did this stuff last night, which really isn't that much because it's not as much as this, right? Like it would have been the same amount of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I didn't do much knitting this week. So that's fine. That's it. That's all. I did want to cast on socks because I saw somebody was doing the fledgel. How do you say that kind of heel?
I don't know. Oh,
the Flegel heel. And somebody had come into the store and was telling Angie about that the other day. And then we looked it up. And then I saw somebody else doing it on Instagram and it looked really pretty. And then I was talking to her, Brittany from Crux Fibers.
Sorry, I'm looking up this heel.
The Flegel heel?
That sounds
right. She's like, oh, why not like DK? So I was like, yeah, I'll just take and hold something, and then it would work for the knit along too. I wasn't even thinking about that, but it would knit up so fast, right? Like, because it looked really pretty. So who knows?
I want to play around with some different heels because I've definitely I'm pretty, the ones I've done, I'm pretty stuck with just the regular heel flap and gusset to be my favorite fit. And I've done a couple or handful but I haven't given everything a fair go. So
now that it's not as cold out anymore, except for it's really cold today, I want to start making socks to put my boots and start wearing more. I know.
Everybody else is ready to whip out their sandals, and you're like, I need to make socks.
Yeah, boots. Now I want to wear socks. I actually want to wear my socks because I don't actually wear them. So, what was I gonna say? I like short row. I like the afterthought heel. Seems to fit me pretty good for the couple pairs that I've made. But yeah, I want to try a couple different things. I want to try a bunch of different sock techniques and stuff like that. So anyway,
I'm gonna have to look into this more. But it looks like the Flegel heel is for toe up.
Okay. Yeah, she was doing Andrea Mowry's like basic socks or something like that, or basic. I don't know what it was.
She says that heel is nice. Fits something between afterthought and heel flap. That might be worth a shot.
Yeah.
It's rain boot season, Amber says.
I did just buy new rain boots.
Did you?
Yeah, I bought them online. They should be here this week, like tomorrow or the next day. They shipped last night. So yeah.
Yeah, Jillian's hair looks awesome, eh? It's getting long. When's your haircut?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll probably keep the top part the same, but the sides are super long. Which way can you? Anyway, the sides are super long, so it's like fluffy. Thank you, Katrina.
Afterthoughts, Jocelyn's favorite. Yeah, I like my heel flap. I'll even change patterns to just do a heel flap if it calls for a short row or an afterthought heel. I find they slide down like off my heel and in like down towards my toe when I'm wearing them in shoes more than other ones. So yeah, and who knows, it could be your shape of your foot, the size of your arch, all that kind of things. I'm sure somebody knows. I don't know which one's the best, but that's just what I like. I'm also top down. I've only done one pair toe up, and it just I think it's just I don't know what word it is. Like I want to say like a comfort thing or like a comfort level, but it's not like comfort in the fact that I couldn't do it the other way. I don't ever need to look at anything. I learned how to do it this way. It is completely if you threw me on a desert island, I could make socks. Yeah. Whittle some double points and away I go, right? I don't know where the yarn's coming from.
Make it out of the leaves.
I could do a drop spindle and make some plant fibers. Oh my gosh, don't do this to me, please. Just give me wool. Sheep. There's sheep on the island.
Oh, are there now? All of a sudden there's
sheep. And Angora bunnies, so it just comes off really easy, so I don't need shears to do the sheep. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm good. I'm set.
I think like doing toe up socks, we did the ones for February. I didn't finish them. I cast them on. But I find them like magical, right? You just like the way you cast on. I don't know what cast on it was for it, but it's just so cool to see them how they like to increase, right? Yeah. But
yeah, I've every time I've done anything that is like the toe up cast on, I have to look it up. I think that's part of it too. Like but it's magical. It's kind of cool that way. But then I lose interest fast. I don't know why. I threw out a half sock not too long ago that literally it was toe up and got past. Oh yeah, I just cut it off and threw it in the garbage. I got past the gusset, and I think that was the whole thing. There was some challenge there for me because I don't do them. So I did the toe. I did this different style gusset that's not what I'm used to. I was done, and then it was just going to sit there. And it was like a commercial sock yarn, completely plain. It's orange like Cajun spice, like your love note. So it was like just flat orange the whole way, and it was just like, I've done the fun parts, and I'm never gonna finish this, and I don't like wearing this type of heel. So It just threw it in the garbage. I threw it a color work mitten for the same reason.
Karen asked what we were wearing. Well, Karen, I came somewhat prepared. Jolene is wearing
Carbeth. I am wearing the Carbeth by Kate Davies. And this one I made with Leo and Roxy worsted, held with Full Moon Fibers slub. So it's Meredith and Leo and Roxy and Garado in the slub. And I don't know, I made this like a year ago. Yeah, probably about a year ago. I bought this this slub when Full Moon first started, or like in the first little bit there. So it had their old labels and stuff on these balls. And I bought 5 skeins. I'm like, I probably need 5 skeins for a sweater for me, and I had no idea. I knew I wanted to do a sweater of some sort, and I had no idea like what type of sweater or anything like that. And so it sat for a while, and I've made this. I made the Peep Show t-shirt. I think I did a hat with it, and I think I still have like a full skein or 2, skein and a half. I think we've used it to swatch, just to show some stuff in that too. Like, yeah, it has went a long way. I did not need 5 skeins. So yeah, I absolutely love it. This really got me on to wanting to do a bunch of different things in slub. So this is worsted weight with it. So it is it's a chunky gauge. Kate Davies uses 2 sport DK weights held together. Her pattern actually calls for it to be held together just with the same yarn, but to get a chunky gauge. And so I need something lighter. I want something lighter with the slub. So I want to do a fingering. I haven't started one, right? Guys, do I have a slub project started? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I do want to do a fingering held with the slub. I had gotten some natural slub that I was going to do my one color with, and it wasn't right. I didn't realize that the color had the gray undertone, and so that's going to be a different pattern. And the natural there's some in Jillian's and stuff like that, but I will choose another combo and probably make it before the fall or for the fall. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've started one in same sort of thing in McSteamy, worsted, Leo and Roxy, and Lagoon fibers slub. It's really pretty. So I think once the KAL's done, because I need to finish what I've got, even though it was a whip, but it would count. But finish the other ones that I've got going on, because I'm not going to wear it probably now anyway. And then I am wearing the Ursa. It's actually back. I'm wearing it backwards. I do want to make a second one that both the front and the back are just like this.
Does she give you those options? She's the same one who designed the Rift that I made, right? Because that one had an option for.
Is the Rift Jacqueline or Jessie May?
I'm gonna look it up. But when I did the Rift, it gave the option of I think it's Jacqueline. Yeah. I think it gave the option of having the V-neck or the. So did this one have the same idea?
I don't remember it doing that.
Are we talking over each other?
I don't remember it doing that because the V is quite deep on it, which is fine, but none of my tank tops go anyway. I've been wearing all my sweaters, not all of them. I've been wearing a couple of my sweaters backwards. I've been wearing my Felix backwards, like with it pulled around. Have I worn that on the?
I don't think so. No.
I can wear that next week, maybe. How now is your Ursa cropped? It's kind of cropped. Not really. Actually, it's not really cropped. I would say if I was wearing.
Like, where's your belly button?
Right here.
So it's cropped-ish, right?
Like
top of the jeans.
If I pull it down, like it probably could. And so like the back is it doesn't look as low here, but on the front it would be, also looks like it's pulled up. So that's because I'm pulling it down here. But yeah, I want to make a second one because it knits up pretty fast. It's a bulky weight sweater.
Yeah.
She does have a light version of it as well. I think when I blocked the sleeves too, those sleeves are different lengths. But yeah, I like one to have just like this, or maybe I'll just decrease a little bit to kind of,
Yeah, Rift is definitely by Jacqueline as well. So she offers a V-neck and the crew neck or the round neck version.
You'll have to look at the decreases on the other one, like the other, like the front side, and so if there's anything on the back. I think it's just straight. And I think it is kind of bothering me that it's so close. So I'd have to do a little bit of shaping for the front. But anyway, so that is what we are wearing. What other banners do I have? That's it for now. All right, shall we? You brought your yarn.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted by.
Oh, she has the Ursina, is that what it's called? And then what weight is that?
Sport and worsted, 20 stitches.
She also has
it's offered in 2 different weights. So it's sport or worsted.
Nice.
That's why it listed both. So that one's a little light. Oh, that's because this is chunky.
Yes.
So this is, so she's got it in sport, worsted, and chunky.
And then she has a dog version, a dog sweater that I test knit.
Is that the orange one that you did?
Yeah.
That was her.
I
don't think I didn't
remember I'll have to bring it back in because I had it on the sheep here for a while. So I'll put it back on the sheep. But
okay, I'm getting distracted. You guys can pull me back. There it is. I found it.
Yeah, Ursa Canine. So it's got the same. It's got the same like detailing. This. I don't know if this was half. I think this is half brioche. This stitch here and the decrease. It does the same thing.
Yeah,
on
the front,
on both sides.
on the front side. Yeah.
And so the dog sweater has the same sort of detailing and stuff like that. So my puppy and I matched, except for he doesn't actually like wearing them. So that's fine. All right.
Cool. So I brought some of my partial skeins, full skeins, scrap skeins, whatever, back to pick out for the alpacachino, which I still didn't print the pattern.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, whatever. It's up, front and back, and like set in sleeves, kind of, or like it's all pieces, right?
It's set in, or it's raglan, but it's sewn in, so you can have a different color sleeve going all the way up. Like speaking of this sweater, I love this detail, and it looks so different. But really, if you just were to shift this and you start with less stitches at the top of your sleeve, like you typically do in a raglan, you start with less at the top at your sleeves and more on your front and back. That's all it is. So you're casting on like the same number of stitches as you would for a typical raglan, but you're putting more of them in the sleeves to start with, and then you do your increases into your body instead of into the sleeves. The sleeves are already pretty much at their full size for the top of the sleeve. And just that shift of having the triangle like pointy part come up here just frames the shoulders and the chest differently. I really like it. So the alpacachino is a raglan sweater knit in pieces bottom up. And I just want a scrappy around the house sweater. I cast this on, I think maybe back in the fall, early fall. And that's all I've done is the ribbing, because then I was like, what am I going to do? How do I wanted to approach it in some type of manner anyway. I didn't really want it to be completely just pull.
Not completely random. So I
don't want it to be completely random. I want it to be cute.
Okay, so last week we talked about you're not going to do the alpaca on it necessarily. You could duplicate stitch it afterwards.
Yeah.
So I think if you wanted to do that, then I would make the front a little bit more one color.
Yeah.
So you can see it better.
Yeah.
Is this the back or the front, or does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I think it's the back, but I don't think it matters. I have a feeling it's going to be cast on the same as the back kind of idea. So I will pull it up though.
On the front, when you get to the top, maybe you're doing a little bit less, like some increases or decreases for the neck, maybe.
Yeah. Work the same as the back until the, till the underarms or something is probably what it's going to say. Yeah. That's my guess.
But yeah, we could build like a fade or build some colors, right? So you can kind of just grab from that section or something like that bag for those sort of sections going up, maybe.
The first piece that he has you cast on is the back, so this is going to be the back.
It could be wild and crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I want to lay it out. I want to be like, okay, these are the colors, and then throw them in a bag for the back, and then the sleeves, and then the front.
I think the sleeves would be fun if they were different than the front and the back.
I want it to be different somehow. Yeah. Whatever we see there. What are the colors on the table? So in the sweater so far, this is just a one-of-a-kind purple from when we first started Leo and Roxy. It was just in my stash, so it's just purple. This is that Silver Streak? That's Silver Streak. Yeah. That's Leo and Roxy Basics in Silver Streak. I think when I started this, I was thinking maybe I wanted to hold like the gray all the way through. Yeah. So that's still an option, but I'm not tied. I'm not tied to it. And then this one just came out of the pile of stuff, and it goes well with the purple if we were to go for a purple look. It is our sock club from April 2019. So just an older sock club that was sitting in my stash. That's pretty. So yeah, like if we decide that like this purple theme is what I started with, it's not what I was going for. Absolutely. I want it to be scrappy.
Your band, like you could go different now, right? This is your band. This could be what your cuffs are. Yeah. And even for all of them, right?
Yeah. Like, so I can save, like there's enough here. I can set that aside and use it for all the pieces.
Is this done now? Are you going into stock now?
I think that's why it went on pause, because I had to think more.
Or even for the bottom ribbing, or like the bottom in the neckline.
2.5 inches. That's probably about.
Sure. I can't find my tape measure. I lost my tape measure at home, but is that 1x1 ribbing?
It is 1x1 ribbing. I know. But look at this stretch. Slingshots across the table. Yeah. So yeah, if I need to do a few more rows of ribbing, then I need to do a few more rows of ribbing, but it's basically the width that he calls for in the pattern. So what do you want to do?
Do you want to pull out yarn?
I can pull out yarn. There's no rhyme or reason. Like I said, I wasn't looking for a certain color scheme, so I just brought back everything that I didn't choose for that puzzle shawl, which I have not cast on yet.
Well, we didn't really. Yeah.
I'm also totally okay with there being mohair throughout the whole thing, because I absolutely love. I would add it though. It would be 2 fingerings,
and then the mohair would just be the.
Yeah.
I feel like some of these colors I didn't see last week.
There's a whole bag here that I forgot to open when we pulled out my scratch.
That's like you have a bunch of stuff, like you either did a lot of knitting or
this was you probably saw it. It might have got eliminated quickly. This was out of the bin that was sitting in the back room that I took home.
I might have taken all the bright colors out when we were going.
Bin.
Ooh, look at all the pinks.
Those ones I dyed a little differently. Those were just like you can take them right out of the bag. Yes. Those were dye experiments. So I dyed those in the cakes.
Oh, fun.
So that it dyed from the outside of the cake in. So they probably they're good.
They'll fade.
They'll fade from one end of the skein.
From this darker section that's here into the light.
It will do like an ombre effect. I probably should have played with it more when I was experimenting with it. I haven't done anything with it. So if I decide I want to do any yarns for other people this way, I will experiment more. Because I just dyed these and then they got reskeined and then they've been sitting around. So I don't even know where I'd find
Is
my
that one
notes.
done the same way?
I think this one was done the same way if I
These ones look pretty
recall.
pretty solid.
Yeah. It might not be.
Yeah, there was like no, it's more light over here than it is.
Yeah, this one might not be. That one was for sure. So
yeah.
All
right. What else you got?
So all the crinkling. What? Like, who lives in the country? I don't know who lives in the country, but why? Why? I don't know. Oh, it's literally out of the hay. Somehow feeding the sheep and the rabbits that I got that. I really like this pink. This again, these are all just experiments from when I'm creating colorways and stuff and just trying to see what the color looks like.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
So tits out. See, I'm gonna want neons, but I know you're gonna go for like all the softs now because that's what I started with, so it only makes sense.
I like pops of color.
There's more. Oh my!
What are you doing?
Sorry. Don't mind me. Jess, how big is this bag?
In my stash.
I don't know.
So much here she won't know what's missing.
This is my bag from J. Henry.
Yeah, you just kept
what? I don't know, Jess. I can't remember what these ones are called, but it is.
I was like,
you know how everybody goes, it's as big as my head. Well, this is like 4 of my heads, and I don't know, but I just pulled a whole bunch of yarn out of here, so it holds a lot. And a candy wrapper. So sorry about this.
It's a cave. Like Mary Poppins, yeah.
So that's that. There's more.
Yeah, you have tons.
Like I have to bring all of this out. You want?
Not really.
You getting overwhelmed yet?
No, I can throw away stuff that's
like there's some that will totally work.
Yeah, like these brighter ones, which I'll just.
You can start. Do you want like something on that side to like for the immediately knows? Who else is on TikTok? Immediately know.
Immediately?
That's immediately know.
Oh gosh. This is messy. This might not be a good idea.
I love how you put the candy wrapper back in the bag. Yeah, it's my fatal flaw. I tell you, I'm the type that's like somebody, puts the empty milk carton back in the fridge, pick it up, I realize it's empty, and then I put it back too. That's me. There's no garbage can right here, so I'll find that again in a year.
Keep picking up that same thing.
This is full moon. Oh, I do have the tag.
I have some of that stashed away.
Sun shower. Sun shower by full moon. I hope I did that right. Ooh, unless I have extra minis in here, and that tag is not the right one.
Some of this orange might be good for your, like this one if you want to add orange to your
love note.
Oh, actually, that might be. This actually might be. It's more orangey. I was thinking more red for your love note, but I was thinking for the shawl that we did last week. We had a little bit of. I don't remember what colors. I think there was a little bit of orange because I brought some orange from home for it too. But, are
you gonna want mixed steamy at all?
I don't know. I might.
Would you want 2 balls of mixed steamy?
Probably not. I definitely want this because. Oh gosh, guys.
Whose ball winder wound this one? Look at that.
Oh,
look how perfect that is. It's totally mixed steamy though. Can you guys see those crisscrosses?
It looks like the love note, like the V-necks, like the V's.
Crisscrosses are different. Where did I wind that? Interesting.
This one's sparkly. Can you see the sparkle?
Yeah, that has stellina in it. I don't know where that came from.
It's not going to focus on it. That's fine. I want you to put those ones back because I don't because they're too messy. It's fine. Okay. What else do we have?
I can keep going.
Yep.
You want me to keep going?
Yep.
Are you going to use greens?
I don't know.
Blues for sure, right? Some basics.
You don't need your front and back to be matchy. Like
I don't need it to be
you're gonna need them like knit. You're gonna split your balls into two so they are matchy.
That's a no. No, I am not splitting my balls in two, so it's matchy. Because it could be like 3 years in between knitting my front and my back. Like
you can cast them both on and then do them like a step at a time, right? Like knit this and then knit this and then no. I wouldn't do that either.
I do socks like tandem sometimes. Like I don't do 2 at a time on the same needle. I don't like the yarn management there, but I will like cast on a sock and do the whole cuff and then do the other cuff and something, and then I might go all the way till the heel flap and then do all the way, or just do, if they're self-striping, do a couple stripes on each every once in a while, but typically I do one piece at a time. Is this, nope, that's pencil point, different gray. Meredith isn't everything. Meredith has to go in there at some point because I just feel like Meredith has to be in. I wish, that's one of my dye experiments. I wish I had notes for that. It's pretty.
That's very pretty.
Very pretty. Ooh, some Hue Loco pink. Some more Hue Loco pink.
This is looking like a pink sweater, guys and gals.
Richard DeVries in pink. Some what turned into Sugar Skull but was May Sock Club. It's still in our long skeins that were annoying and tangly. I'm sorry about that, folks. We've fixed that issue though. I think
you don't want to use that one that you just touched?
This one? Yeah, I do. It's Richard DeVries again. Sorry, there's a lot of really full skeins in here.
It doesn't even, the color doesn't really show up as nice on the.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Which way do I go? Okay, one day we'll figure out this reverse camera sort of stuff.
In true Richard DeVries style, it's like an all over speckle.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
It's really nice. They have a Julie Aslan that probably might go.
Like
this one's like merino cashmere silk. Probably. I don't know if, I don't know.
Yeah,
Leo and Roxy full skeins, yes. These Richard DeVries 15, whatever. Like there's a bunch, but like this one, I don't know because it needs to sit in my stash for 4 more years. Like I bought this at
it's
Purple Pearl.
It'd be nice to get ones that are like the same blend, right?
Yeah.
You can make like a shawl or something like that. Like make a dotted raise with some of your merino cashmere silks or something.
Allison has got to stop showing the dotted raise because now I'm going to cast one on. It's the extra large drawstring bag that I held up from Jess. It's amazing. I love it. When you have a full, I should probably move now that I've emptied it of yarn scraps, I should probably move my gray, my Marled Magic sweater into it. Because it's
one with one that I gave you.
Oh yeah, never mind. It isn't a big one. I forgot. It wasn't in a big one before. And then this time, like the ones I just pulled out,
one, but
I have this fuzzy drawstring from Jess. I still want these for the shop, by the way, which isn't a huge one. And this has the 2 pairs of socks and the sweater in it because I was carrying it back and forth. My new
yes,
notes.
yeah.
So because I was carrying it back and forth with my socks, and then I decided I was starting that sweater, so it's just gotten shoved in here. I have so many bags, and yet I'm using one for 3 projects.
So I say just start on this side. Where's my hand? There you guys go. Start on this side.
Yeah.
And just work your way across. I got pink on both sides. I wasn't paying attention to that.
But it's 4 different pieces. Like just keep going until these are gone because there's so much yarn here. How much do you think I need?
Well, that's the thing, right? You have a bunch of full-size skeins that, where are we?
I'm going to see what yardage I should have.
You're only going to need.
Anybody know what size I cast on?
like 20 grams of each of these with all of this yarn, right? Like if you wanted to, we can narrow it down to like if you wanted to use the full size skeins. Like that's
He does the alpaca with mohair, so it's all fuzzy. It's so
like
cute.
that's kind of pretty.
Okay. I'm not doing the largest size, but the main color, so the body needs 1100 for the largest size.
So it's like 3.
Yeah, and then the sleeves would need 900. So 2 full size for the sleeves. So like there's so much yarn here.
So that's only
So I would like
500 grams or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you have 700 grams or 800 grams, it's more than enough to do it.
Oh, double that. He's talking in DK.
Okay.
So
so you need 10-ish.
Yeah. And that's the largest size, which is not what I cast on, but that would give us like the buffer room to like switch colors and do some stuff if we go somewhere around like 12 balls worth.
Yeah.
And maybe I will actually get it done. If there's this many colors to choose from, this is the same as just going into my stash and then not being able to make a decision.
Yeah. Yeah. So. This is really pretty.
That is really pretty.
Just as it would look really good with color a piece. So like do all the purples for the back and the pinks for the front and each like thing. So you definitely got enough. So then you can have like the sleeves be blue. I don't know what, like if you did the front and the back pink and purple, and then the sleeve could be blue. I don't know what you do the other sleeve in, or do you do both sleeves blue? Except for you don't have as much blue. I don't know that you have enough blue here to do.
Okay, so I've already started the back purple, pink.
If you had some more lighter greens, I'm not crazy about green with pinks and purples, but it's just not my thing. But it's not my sweater.
You could go through like these lighter purples on the back and put like this purple with the blues, which right on here just kind of looks like it goes right with it. It's a really deep like royal purple. This is a blue purple.
Yeah,
that could join over here. If we want it both to be, or
that could go in the purple or in the sleeves. Like it could go with the blues.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fade it up, or if you're just gonna kind of keep it, because if you want, I think it's nicer if you try and keep the tone all the same all the way through, rather than fading it from light to dark or dark to light.
Okay. So
especially then if you want to put the alpaca on eventually, if you do want to do that. But then I think you just pick 4 colors and you just keep changing them up. So you do these two, these two, these two, these two, these two, like just keep changing the balls.
Yeah.
So it just kind of marls them all together. Do you want to hold pencil point?
Silver streak? No.
Yeah.
I don't have to. That could be the.
You could though, like you could. Then
for the whole thing, and then just stripe the purples up the back, stripe the pinks up the front.
Yeah. And then I would just not do the really dark colors because they're gonna stand out more with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Katrina just said that.
Gray sleeves. True. You could still carry the gray all the way through.
Gray sleeves.
Change up the grays as you go, since you have so much gray. That's what I was thinking. Like, do it instead of just doing silver streak all the way through. Like, I could use up this pencil point.
Your Meredith,
McSteamy. What if you did McSteamy in the sleeves and went for a darker look in the sleeves? Would that work?
You could just do a darker, like Cindy was saying, just like a gray sleeve idea too. So you could hold this stuff down and just do the sleeves gray. Yeah. The world's like gray sleeve.
And just work through all my scrappy grays.
If you wanted them darker, then hold this all the way through and then change up the other ones throughout it. and then do the front and the back purple and pink. Then you don't do the blues, but
Okay. What can be eliminated?
the greens, I think. And I don't know that you want this one.
That can go with my sock. It's fine. It has a home. Leo, too light?
Might be too late. Depends on if you're going like, do you want to go from that all the way to this? From white all the way
No,
to
I don't.
I think that can go. This is really pretty.
I really like
But-
that too.
I think we should showcase that in something, right? Like do something with the greens and the pinks or something like that showcases it more.
So many, like, this was a little advent I got a few years ago. I think they're only like 3 grams or something. They're the tiniest little
They're so cute.
skeins. They're so cute.
I can take them over here, but then you're not getting them back. Ha!
Oh, there's
Okay,
another
so-
one. They are so cute. I love these little skeins. Yeah, you keep going. So am I going to do mohair through the whole thing?
Or do you want to do mohair just for the sleeves or mohair just for the body?
Hi, Allison. You got your hair done? Allison, did you go next door to get your hair done? Sorry, we're dead silent. Yeah, so am I going to do mohair through the whole thing or like just do some fuzzy bits or what do you think?
Just says yes
Anybody?
to mohair.
I agree, Jess.
But yes, do you want to do it all the way through?
It doesn't have to be all the same by any means.
I guess you could
no.
just do
I
like,
would
are you okay with doing like just a section of it being mohair, like having stripes of mohair throughout it?
I'd be okay with that.
Do you have okay? So then only mohair on the table right now. It's just tiny
I
bit
left-
of this. I know you have more other places, but like, ooh, why did I just see this now? That's really pretty. Is that
That's
Oh, I know what that's called.
Yeah. It's old.
I have some of this
Is that Coraline? No.
Coraline.
Is it?
Coraline.
Might be.
I thought Coraline was maybe more
orangier. I don't know.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay.
Another cute little one.
Do you have more mohair in the bin, or is that the bin?
Yeah,
that
I left all the mohair here, and that's why it's not back with this because there was, especially if it was Leo and Roxy mohair because we're doing all those swatches. I left it here, so there is definitely different colors here. Do you want me to go find them? There is a few
think
pinks.
the mohair you could was easy enough to just add in after, right? Because it's going to be a third color, right? It's not.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot more pinks than you do anything else.
It's my second favorite color. There's none of my first favorite color in here, just saying.
You can add some. There's a little bit right there.
Is this going in?
I don't know.
Does anybody else have favorite colors? Like I've had the same favorite color since I was a kid. I like a lot of colors. I like most colors actually. Just still has, or Allison still has foils in her hair. I've had the same, I've had the same favorite colors since I was a kid. Orange has been my favorite color since I was little, and then pink, and then I think my third would actually be orange and pink together, and then green. I love colors with orange and pink together. It's my absolute favorite. So orange, pink, green. Do you have a favorite?
Not really. I like teal and purple. But I like all the colors. Like I probably teal would be my favorite color because I'm going to pick something. If I had to pick something for like not clothing wise, because I don't really have any teal clothing except for my sweater that's all teal. It's actually more purple, I think. But
people are answering.
Then yeah,
mohair helps to blend. Yeah, you're right. Mohair throughout will help blend when you're transitioning. Katrina says if the body has pinks all the way through, you'll need most of it, and that might be might be the way to go. Both sides of the bodies are pink, and then you have a blue sleeve and a purple sleeve.
Yeah.
Do I redo this? Or do I still do?
No, because you could leave that for your. You could still leave this for the cuff, and then do your sleeves either pink cuffs, right, or do them opposite. It's still gonna be like, or just do them all the same. I think it's gonna match with that, and it'll match with the purple. So you can just leave it all purple. Ooh, all things rust. Purple. I think purples. Lots of purples. Fuchsia. Ooh, fuchsia is a good color.
Yeah. Yeah, fuchsia's pink, so that counts. I love pink. Jewel tones, greens, purple, blue. Somebody said blue before. We missed a bunch of people who have been answering. So I've scrolled away.
These Katrina's.
What's Katrina say? Purple? And teal?
She just remembers as a kid. She can't remember, but getting pissed that her cousin got the purple quilt and she got the pink one.
Yeah, so purple was your favorite for sure.
Okay, so if we do purple sleeves.
Yep.
Oh, what were we doing with the gray then? Oh, gray's gonna marl throughout the whole thing?
Yes.
So you're gonna hold. Ooh, attached. These might be tangly when we're done.
Oh yeah, because they're still attached. This doesn't belong here at all, does it?
No. So we got purple, we got body. There you go.
Your wedding dress was fuchsia. I need to see a picture of that.
Who said that?
Karen. I need to see a picture of a fuchsia wedding dress, please. That would be amazing. I don't know. Put it in the Ravelry group or email it to us. I want to see that. It's amazing.
Tag us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Something.
I should have done a fun wedding dress.
There you go.
I should have done an orange wedding dress.
There. You got blue sleeves, purple sleeves, and a pink body.
I see it.
I think if you just wind them up a little bit, I think you could just pull anything from your purple sleeves. Like the sleeves are, and the pink we can narrow down, right? You don't need all of that pink, but we can narrow it down. And if you want some of that color in there, you could use these ones still.
Mm-hmm.
It'll lighten it up a bit, but or something like that, right? I don't know if the white's the white might be too light.
For what I want, for the scrappiness that I wanted, I think this is amazing. Is this going in?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't like it, so it was just sitting close to me. But that's nice. And yeah, we can narrow down the pinks. You have, I think, still more blue than you do purple. So I would just pick ones that kind of match it. I think your blues too are a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
But
I probably got some more.
You've got dark blue there. Depends on if you want to go this light, right? If you want these three to be in there or not.
What do you guys think? Do you think that looks good? For a,
I do like this
for a scrappy bum around the house sweater, it already has hay in it, so that's a norm for me. The sheepies and the bunnies both like their hay very much, and I have a bunny cat as well.
Bunny cat,
kitten, the wild cat. she loves hay. Whenever we bring in hay, whenever we bring in hay for the rabbits, she gets excited and jumps into the rabbits area and like eats the hay and then lays down and makes a nest in the hay. And the rabbits just look at her like, "Can you please go away now?" And she's just like, "I'm home." I think she was probably born. I think she was probably born in hay. So she found us, and then we found her in our basement. And she was probably about 10 weeks old. And we think our barn cat brought her home. And so I think she must have been born out in one of the barns, and it like gets her so excited whenever the hay comes in the house, and she gets super excited. She's a little bunny. So very well balanced. I think it looks good too. Cool. Done. Just leave that there so we can put it away in a way that I remember what I'm doing.
I'll do some on the like Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
Like that'll be pretty.
Wind a couple of them up, and then now we've planned out 2 projects for me. And I cast on something that I dyed brand new yarn for, of course. And so like I'm gonna have to do a whip it down kind of thing.
You'll have to cast these on before. They're both hold me double, right? Like
yeah.
So cast them on before the end, and
well, this one's cast on. It counts. It's already cast on.
True.
Yeah, we'll take a photo. I want to do a photo and then do like that cutout of the shape of the sweater, like we talked about.
Yeah, I was thinking about that last night for the shawl.
Yeah,
and I was gonna grab my computer, and then by the time I did whatever else, it was gone. Forgot. So.
Yeah, so we'll
that's what
we'll play around.
I was just gonna lay it out on the table as like a sweater, like Art Attack style, and just have them all like.
Yeah, so we'll take a couple pictures and post them for you guys. But yeah, I have a lot of started projects, so.
Yeah, I can do a whip. If you want to not do any more cast-ons after this is done, do like a whip recount of everything, and then how many you can get done, or
I think that's
pick
a good
ones
idea.
that you want to get done, or something like that. If there's ones you want to focus on, I don't know.
I have a lot of really nice stuff started. That's part of the problem. I need something that gives me. I need dopamine from it. And the dopamine's in the starting it, or if there's like really good milestones in it.
But this is fun because it like every section,
changes
every
colors.
little bit, like this is gonna have changes in the colors of you're knitting, but then you're gonna go to like this one, right? So it's not so monotonous knitting it too, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got so you finish the back, then you can do the sleeve, then you do the front, and then you do the other sleeve, and.
Karen, I'm using the Alpaca Chino sweater by Maxim Cryer. Is that how you say it? I don't remember how you pronounce his last name. Maxim. And it's what I was going to just say. It's a knit in pieces raglan. So yeah, that's one thing I do like about knitting in pieces. But y'all know me, if you've been around, I'm a knitter, not a sewer. So then once the pieces are done, I have Katrina. I have pieces that I'm good at seaming. That's the best, but that's probably the problem too. I'm good at it.
Oh yeah.
So there's nothing to like.
You can teach.
There's nothing to learn there anymore. It's not a challenge anymore. So
yeah.
But I just don't like doing it. But what I was saying is what I like about knitting in pieces is you have some wins.
Yeah.
It's like I'm done the back. That is done. It's complete. When it's all one in the round, you can separate for the sleeves. It's kind of one, done the body, done one sleeve, done 2 sleeves.
Yeah.
But like it's nice to have like it's a finished piece in my opinion, and it goes and sits aside, and then you get to cast on something new. So I have the 4 square sweater that may never be put together. I totally understand. Is it done, Karen, and it just needs to be put together? I have my other Carbeth. I did the Carbeth cardigan, and so it needed buttons. It sat for over a year without buttons because it was done, and I think even all the ends were woven in and everything. Like
the ends too,
right?
Oh my goodness,
Insane.
That's
so
crazy.
Cast on everything for spring. Extra sunshine, more energy. It's time to
see
new starts.
Cast on Palooza.
Yep.
In May.
Yeah, Karen finished it last year, and it's never going to put together. We might have to do a challenge.
Katrina does have a seaming class coming up. I don't know if it's May or June. Like you've got all these pieces. Now what? All the different ways to seam and stuff like that. So, I don't know.
So if you need help learning how to seam, if you're not confident in your seaming, and that's part of the reason you're not putting stuff together, there's that class. And it might just motivate you to get it done because you're practicing for the class. We might have to do a challenge if you have stuff that's literally finished but not finished.
You could do like a finish it one, right? Yeah. So it's like all those little things where it's not
April 28th.
Perfect. The knitting's done.
Yeah.
But it's like weaving in the ends or like putting on the button band or something like that. Like the small things or seaming it together where the majority of your knitting is finished.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's like a small project and you have like a little bit left to go or something like that, that's a good way to start your no casting on things, is to find all those projects that are like almost done.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can cast on stuff. You can cast on as many things as you cast off as you finish.
Yeah. The one in, one out rule is a great rule.
That's a stupid rule.
Stick to it.
Unless you're only going to do it for a week.
Yeah. I should just come to grips with the fact that I'm always going to have a lot of projects. So yeah,
it's hard. There's lots of nice things out there in yarn and different techniques that keep popping up and wanting, right? Like, I think I started a sea glass tee. I don't know if I actually cast it on. I did some swatches for it. I don't think I ever cast it on.
Yeah.
I do. So then I switched, decided to do a crochet one, which I don't know that I will because I haven't crocheted in forever. So,
like, and that's the thing. There's so many nice yarns and so many new patterns coming out and so many different things. And then you've got stuff like this. Like, I have given away and gotten rid of a lot of stuff in my stash. And then there's certain little things that I just like. And I like scrappy projects. So then it's like I get like this, where it's like, okay, I need to do a scrappy project so I can use up all these things, or, some of these things that I like, so I can justify making something else new, right? Like I have just so much stuff that I want to use and play with. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good way. You guys, you have 26 dolls to put together?
Yikes.
Oh my, you need a reward system for sure, Tammy.
I'm the same way, Kieran. I like to knit, but I don't care about the rest of it. My son, we went to a family gathering yesterday, the day before, and all like from his penguano, and all the ends on the inside. They're all. I wove some of the ones at the bottom so they wouldn't like hang down. I think I missed some because I braided some in so they weren't looking as much. But like, I can't be bothered. They probably will never get woven in. I should do the ones in the sleeves because his hand does get stuck through that. But
just let Katrina hang out with them for a minute, and then she'll see it and go insane and leave them all in. Good
idea. Hey, Katrina, want to meet with me on a certain day at a certain time?
So Katrina said that her class is on the 28th, which I think somebody asked if it's on the website.
Not yet. They will. I'm hoping maybe to put a newsletter out tomorrow or Thursday for our classes for April and May. I think they're all pretty much scheduled. So I just have to make sure that the listings are all up to date and everything. And with Katrina. And then, so we've got a couple scheduled for the end or mid-April, I think. And then May's should be ready to go as well. We're working on June. So that's exciting.
Janet's asking if we store your scraps by weight or by color.
They're in a box.
Mine, we're all over the place, mostly by weight, and it's mostly fingering. I have a ton, but when I was pulling stuff out like last week when I brought the first batch of this stuff to the shop. There was definitely some other weights mixed in with some of my stuff. So I have a couple of like big glass jars that I'll put some of these like smaller, like actual scraps in, and little mini skeins and stuff. And I found a couple of them were a little bit mixed. So I think when I like finished a project, I was just like, I needed somewhere to shove a partial ball. So there was some worsted and stuff, but I would love to have them sorted both ways. It'd be nice.
What color and
like, yeah. So I have mostly fingering. So it'd be nice to have some way to display this with a nice color gradient or something like that. So that it's pretty. I have cats. It needs to be enclosed.
So, you know, like picture Bulk Barn.
Yes.
And they have the glass ones where you can like, or like you can like the jelly beans and stuff like that are in them, right? So like a big wall, we'll just get some plexiglass and put it all across like your wall, and dividers, so that you're only not gonna be able to get all of the art. So whatever, that's good for scrapping.
Whatever comes out
of the bottom is what you get.
It's like a vending
but
machine.
Like you can't get to, so you can have all the colors, and then you can have different weight ones. So you can have the colors. Yes, let's build a big giant plexiglass container.
Not gonna happen.
Well, but it would be so cool. Stephen West has a YouTube video. Yeah, he has something called like a Weave and Steven, which I use quite often, but I still find I like to like weave in the other ends. And then the one that I did for Geo, there was just too many color changes and stuff like that it's hard to weave in all of the ends at the same time like that.
I should go and look at his. I do a couple things that I do sometimes to weave in as I go, but then I leave a long tail still. So I have to go and double check that I did weave that in at least some before I can trim it down. That is usually happens. So a lot of times I'll be like, oh, there's all these ends. And then I get in there and they just actually needed trimmed. Most of them were already woven in far enough. But what socks? Did you say you were going to cast on socks?
Yeah, I wanted to try that Flegel heel. So I wanted to cast those on. I almost cast on the leggings like that Angie was doing the other day. Because I was like not knitting. I was like, oh, I should just go grab like 2 yarns just like out of my yarns all over the place. I don't even know where the yarn is that I brought to the shop. My yarns. I have most of my hand-dyed stuff is fingering weight. I don't have a ton of DK. There's a couple random ones that are DK, which I just use in there. I don't really care. I don't know what the other patterns were. I have a couple different things that I want to do, but I do have a couple sweaters that I do want to finish. I think the socks, like a pair of DK weight socks would be good because I can get them done faster. Like Geo's socks were so fast in like the worsted weight, right? They were so nice and fun to do. I would like to do another penguano for myself because I liked like almost in the neons like Geo's. Yeah. I don't know if I do the exact same colors. Maybe like I've always wanted like the hot pink, right? Like so I maybe looking at pinks and purples or something, like pinks and oranges. You can't have it. You already have the other one.
Pinks and oranges.
So there's lots of things.
It's probably time to. Oh, we have a giveaway.
Oh boy. Yep. We do.
Sorry, guys.
Good luck.
I want to go on record to say I disagreed with this hashtag. So we're both wearing our tortoiseshell glasses, and I said, people don't want to have to spell tortoise. So
I said I'll put it on a banner and then you can look at it. I'm sorry too, but
so I think we're gonna draw just for a gift certificate. Yep. Leo and Roxy.
Whatever you want.
So yeah, type in hashtag tortoise, and we are going to draw for a gift card of your choice.
Oh, there you
from
go.
Little Red Mitten or Leo and Roxy.
How much?
$25. And so just all you have to do is type in hashtag tortoise. You only have to do it once. It will only choose from each person one time.
Yep.
And this is only for when we're live. If you're watching this after the draw has already been done. And But you can, if you're participating in the Hold Me Double, you can go over to our Ravelry group or post on Instagram. We should draw from Instagram.
Yeah, I was
today
thinking that
too.
there's a couple like hashtags. Like I don't know if people are using the week ones or not. I don't know if they actually got posted or not. But yeah. What was that?
That was a loud beep.
The fire alarm?
No.
Anyway, we do have some bats. They should be on the website.
Yeah, which they are definitely on the website.
Are they
Crafty Jacks
Crafty
bats?
Jacks? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some Crafty Jacks bats in at the moment.
But yes, the Ravelry should have a bunch of some hashtags and stuff like that you can use for different things. Yeah, make sure you're posting your projects in Ravelry and the FOs. We should go through that today too, or tomorrow.
Yeah,
and just kind of go through and look at them. I've looked at some of them.
So what are you going to get finished this week? What works for you? Nothing works for you either.
No, because, well, it depends. I do like a challenge, right?
Yeah.
But the last 2 weeks I've been tired and I haven't been knitting as much because like the last time we were like, so when 2 times ago, I guess, week 3, you were like, oh, finish up to section 7 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Which should have been like at the end of my sleeve or something like that. And I like didn't knit at all.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll cast on a pair of socks and finish them. After I said I shouldn't cast on anything else. I want to try and finish the sleeve on that sweater. No, on the cream.
Yeah.
Go on the decreases now. I have to do like 11 more repeats of like 4 rows, so like 44 more rows.
Mm-hmm.
But it is getting smaller and smaller. And then I think the ribbing's quite long, which I like, but I can do the ribbing is fine. So I need to spin some because I want to use some of my spinning to cast off, right?
I want to spin. I'm not spinning for my sweaters, but I want to spin.
I don't know if
my poor wheel just needs dusted.
Mine does too. I don't know if my socks, Amber. Socks are a small project. I don't know my spinning's good enough quality to spin and ply and do the edging and stuff like that. It might be okay for like the bottom of the sweater for the I-cord. I don't know. I'll try it and see. It'll just be nice.
I'll spin up a ski and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and finish my love note. I'm going to try not to cast on.
I think you can finish your love note and your sock.
I think I could finish my love note and my sock maybe too. Although I might go roller skating tomorrow.
What? Roller skating?
Yeah, in London.
That sounds fun.
If it's not full. If it's not full already, I might go roller skating tomorrow night. So we'll see. I've wanted to get roller skates for a while, and again, I just thought like I'd play around back here in the parking lot and stuff like that. Yeah. But there's the one place in London where you can go skating, and there's somewhere in Stratford that you can go. Far. Stratford is far, but they do like lessons and stuff like that. So it might be fun to go do stuff because I can guarantee you I can't stop. I haven't been roller skating in years, but I can't stop and I can't go backwards. 100%. I can go straight and go around the rink. That's about all though. And then I was talking to a friend yesterday and they just bought new roller skates and they've been going to the place in London.
Yeah.
And so like, I think I'll go try it with some rentals. And then I might, if I do like it, then I might buy the roller skates.
Yeah. They look fun.
Yeah. Have you been roller skating?
No.
Yeah. So I think, I think that's what it's called, right? On like Cheapside and Highbury, Amber, the North London community. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. I haven't, but you have to buy your ticket online ahead of time. There was only 6 spots left earlier this morning. I was going to wait until after Montreal. So I might still not go this week and I might wait until after Montreal just so that I feel less rushed about things. But
Derby?
I thought about doing Derby a few years ago, Katrina, but I would have to learn how to stop and possibly go backwards. Well, I don't know. You're going around fast, right? Might not have to learn how to go backwards, but
there you go.
Booty shorts. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, Derby would be fun. Making the outfits would be fun.
Derby would be fun.
Well, let's see if I can skate, guys. Let's get there first. But yeah, I might go skating. All that to say, I don't know how much knitting. One day I might go out instead of go home and knit, but I don't even go home and knit, so that's okay. Yeah, so that's my goal. I thought about that this morning, Jess, when my friend sent me the link to sign up. I'm like, ooh, I had said after Montreal because I'm busy, but I'm like, what if I hurt myself?
Yeah,
I should probably not go this week. I'm gonna take. Yeah, that was my instinct, and then I was like, yeah, I should probably not hurt myself before Montreal. So I'll wait until after. Yeah. I'll wait until after Montreal. Can ice skate, Amber. I can't skate backwards and I can't stop. Same things. And skates really hurt my feet. I've never had a good pair that fits me properly, and I usually end up with pretty sore ankles. Roller skates I don't think give me the same pain in my ankles because you're not like keeping up on this. You can stand without balancing on the small blade. I'm very hypermobile, so my ligaments move a lot. So I think the ice skate, by the time I'm done ice skating, it hurts. But yeah, I can skate. But I haven't owned my own pair in a while. I used to just wear a spare pair of my husband's. My husband reffed hockey for years and everything, so he always had extra, which we're technically close to the same size, but I just don't think they ever really fit me well. And I wasn't in love with ice skating enough to try and get ones that, like, to pay for ones that and I still not like it enough.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That'll be fun though. Definitely book your ticket now for when you get back from Montreal, so you have to do it.
Stopping in roller skates you're just using that rubber stopper on the front. Is that all you have to do in roller skates? I might be able to learn that as long as I don't do it too hard and fall on my face. That should be.
Can I come and watch you?
No. If I do derby, you can come watch me because there's going to be people watching me. Karen says if you do derby, she doesn't think we need to learn how to stop. Okay. Well, if all it is going and learning how to get faster, then I could probably do it.
Do it. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah. Nat used to do derby. Nice. So, anyway, I don't know where that distraction came from, but we should wrap up. Oh, we should draw for the prize that we said we were going to do.
All right. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm going to do this. I haven't seen any come in the last little bit, so why is it not letting me draw it? It says there's been 0 entries.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's not helpful, Jillian.
Let's see. We might have to do the draw over again. Let's see.
I spelled it right. Did I spell it the same way you guys did? It says no. So let's see.
Okay.
It's all spelled the same way.
Do you guys want to enter in the hashtag tortoise again? Let's see if it starts. Did you hit the
yeah, and then it goes here, and it's not. There we go. Okay.
Oh, I think we found it.
Yeah. And there's a space at the end of the word, so
if you haven't got it in a second.
Exactly. Someone I don't know what's gone now, but yeah, there's a space at the end, so very interesting. It's always something. We're doing so good. We were on time. All the cameras were working.
All the things.
All right.
All right. I think it got your first ones. Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah.
So we will draw now. Let's see. Cindy Remington. Yay, Cindy, congratulations. So you've won a gift certificate to the store of your choice. We'll still email to Little Red Mitten. So email to info@littleredmitten.ca. And we will get that out to you. And yeah, congratulations.
Lovely. I think that's everything.
Yeah. Yep. Got a busy week. Got lots to do.
Got some pictures taken of this, the last project, and the socks. And
she promises this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. Check out Ravelry and Instagram, because we will do some draws in the next 2 days here from there, because we have not done any yet. And so if you haven't posted, it doesn't have to be a finished object. It can be a whip or whatever. As we're working along, the prizes for the finished objects are at the end. So go put some stuff in for the Hold Me Double, and we will see everybody next week. Next
and
Tuesday.
If you're not already, don't forget that Jess and Allison from Full Moon Fibers they go live on Monday nights at 7.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch their previously recorded ones as well.
I was listening in my car yesterday.
We'll be back next week at 11.
I wasn't watching, I was listening, but yeah.
Did you go back and watch?
I went back and watched. So I got home and watched the end, and then I went back and watched. I started where Jess was showing her love note, because I wanted to see that, and I might watch more of it. But I messaged Jess and Allison last night, because did you watch the end?
Oh,
the whole thing when Allison was talking about the knit along for the summer and how she planned it all out and talked the whole. I felt at home. It was so great. It was just watching her facing yep. So that's what we're doing after out in here. I was just it felt so good to just watch that stream of consciousness just pour out. So I saw that part near the end, and then I went back and watched some of it. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Everybody have a great week. Get lots of knitting done. Get out. Get some vitamin D from the newly found sun here in our part of the world. Yeah, today there's no sun, but whatever. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.